Welcome back. Thank you for joining us again. I'm your installer, Gian. We're here again at Underground Graphics with a new installation for the PPF screen protector. Now this gets rid of that glare. Obviously, this is for the new 2024 edition of the Rubicon. We haven't quite tested these on other vehicles yet or other submodels, but we will let you guys know and keep you updated on that installation. Before we get into this, even though we are inside of the vehicle, you do want to make sure that your interior pieces are wiped down. If you are one that likes to take your doors off, you may end up with some type of debris inside of the vehicle. You might not be able to see it, but it is there. With having PPF on the screen, that will end up showing through and will create somewhat of a texture on that PPF. So you do want to make sure that your interior is wiped down, and on top of that, that you are in a good environment. Now, with saying that, I do mean a good temperature and a controlled environment, as well as being inside somewhere where there is enough shade, because you don't want your vehicle heating up too much, because the screen protector will tack too soon, and you don't want that happening. So that way you can move it around into place to where you're happy with it. Of course, if the temperature is too low of a temperature, then the adhesive will take a little bit longer to activate onto that screen, and it may not stick exactly the way that you want it to. So we do recommend that you guys do this in about a 75 to 65 degree range. Anything hotter than that, as mentioned, it will stick. Anything lower than that, it will still be drying. So that drying process will take longer. Now, this is something you want to have the vehicle sit for about 2 to 4 hours after you apply it. So that way everything is dry underneath there, so you won't have to worry about any of the buttons or any of the actions on the screen being accidentally activated due to there still being moisture behind that screen once everything starts to warm up behind the dash. So now that we have the environment and all that taken care of, we'll go into the products that you will need and the prep. Now here we have a roll of 1.5-inch tape. This, I do recommend you guys putting it either up here or down below, just to protect your buttons from being wet. Now, you're not going to use a whole lot of the soap and water mixture that we have. However, you will need to at least mist across, and once you are squeegeeing out the water, it will start to fall down. So just to give yourself a little bit easier time of cleanup after you're finished, then you do want to put a piece of tape here and then tape a good microfiber towel underneath it once you're getting ready to start. Next up, for cleaning, we have a PPF slip solution. Now that is going to be for your install, but more important than that, we want to make sure that the prep is taken care of. So we have a alcohol water mix. Now both of these are available on the website. You can purchase these through us. They are similar to what we have used before, but this time it is available for you all to purchase as well. Of course, with that, we will have a good microfiber towel, as mentioned. Now that is something of your choice if that is a towel that you prefer, or you can go ahead and buy a few. Just make sure you rip the tags off of those so you're not scratching your screen. Last, we have the Underground Graphics PPF squeegee. Now, if you've purchased PPF kits from us before, you will or most likely already have this squeegee. If not, we will provide one for you, and if a request is sent, then we can send one out to you. We do have this in black and yellow. They are the same type of squeegee, it's just a difference in color since those are our colors. Next, after that, we have everything actually taken care of. So now we can get into the install on this and get rid of that glare on that screen. All right, so first off, you do want to make sure that you have a good mist coming out of your bottle. So I'm just spraying the towel to make sure that it's going to evenly mist. You don't want to soak the screen because that is not more than likely a waterproof screen, but you do want to start pulling that paint protection film off just a little bit, and just hold down that side because that static will try to get it back up there. We're just going to mist that, pull it partially, just mist it some more, and if you want to pull the whole thing, no problem. We're going to go back here and just give a quick spray on that screen. Now this is directional, but the screen is a bit of an odd shape, so You don't need to have any type of a lineup mark for that. It may not slide all that easily since there's not a lot of our slip solution back there, but if you do need to break it loose, you can just kind of wiggle it. If it does start to dry out, then you can definitely pick up a corner if need be and spray back underneath there. But you do want to try and get it to line up without letting it dry out too much. Now, I like where that's sitting. I'm a little bit too far over here on this side, so works out great for me to show you guys that you can still pull this back up and shift it. Of course, you do want your hands to be clean. I'm just gonna mist that side just a little bit. I'm gonna do kind of a hinge for this. So this side is still floating, I haven't pushed it down at all. This side is what's locking me into place now. So I'm just gonna pull up half of it, quick mist. Now I can move this back over to where I want it to be. There we go. Okay, there we go. I definitely like that. Now I don't have that edge that's pouring over to that passenger side. Now notice that this front half, the face of it, is still dry, and that's just to help you move it around. Once you have it in a spot that you like, I'm just going to spray a little bit of the slip solution on top of there, and you do want to put pressure somewhere in the middle or the corner. I prefer the middle because I like to squeegee from the center out, especially for tacking that top. Now, even though you squeegeed right there, you still want to put pressure there just in case that slip solution is still causing a little bit of slide. Now that we have the top locked in, I'm going to go from the top down, since that is the direction that the water is going to want to go anyway. And I'm starting from not all the way at the top, just probably about 1/8 of an inch from that edge, so that way the squeegee doesn't grab that edge and pull down that film. But once you have that locked in, you can go back, flip the squeegee into a plow position, and just work down from there. Once that is set, since we have our towel that's covered up everything, I'm gonna leave it still there and just kind of wipe up. Now that we won't have anything dripping down, we can pull that towel. Now wipe the actual screen. I'm wiping from the middle out, so that way I don't grab any of those corners. Now if you do have any adhesive or anything that looks like a weird line or spots that are in the screen, that is more than likely the adhesive that still needs to dry from that slip solution. So those will go away, and now you don't have to worry about a glare from your screen in your brand new Jeep. So that is going to conclude our install on the new 2024 Jeep Rubicon. Keep in mind that we have this currently for the Rubicon, but we are working our way towards the Wranglers just to make sure that this will fit those. So if you guys have any questions or concerns or comments, please let us know. We are here from Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and we are available to answer to email and phone call.